Welcome. Today we are going to see about interfacing the Arduino Uno board with LM35 temperature sensor. For this, we want to need Arduino IDE and Proteus simulation software. With these tools, we can able to code the entire program for the temperature sensor, and we can see the software real-time simulation of this process. To first, we need to interface the LM35 sensor with the Arduino Uno board. For that, we have to program the microcontroller present in the Arduino Uno board, which is 80 mega 328P. To program the microcontroller, we want to use the Arduino IDE. By programming this entire code in a perfect way, we can verify using this verify icon. So the compiler will compile the entire program and show if any error present in the code, or if the code is correct means it will compile the entire program, and you can see the done compiling message in the console. So first, in this code we are declaring a global float variable, global float temp variable. Global variable means it should be present before the setup inbuilt function. So we are declared a float temp variable which receives float value, and we have two inbuilt functions for initialization and for program running. Both are a void function because it will return nothing. It may include you may include any kind of variable in this inbuilt function, because it is a void data type function. So you can use integer value or a character value or a string value, anything you want. First seeing the initialization, we are going to use 13th pin as output. So we are declaring pin mode and 13 numerical number and output naming. For this pin mode means we are selecting the 13th pin, and here 13 means we are giving the 13 identity number using the pin, and mentioning output here means we are mentioning the functionality of the pin, whether it will give the output or it will receive the input. So we are deciding it for output, and to see it in the serial monitor, we are going to use serial begin function, because it will transmit and receive 9600 bits per second. And then we are using void loop function. Loop function means it will run the program and execute the program, entire program, and it will do it in repeated way until you purposefully stopping the execution. It will continuously execute what you are giving. And it is also a void data type function, so it will include you can include integer, character, string, any kind of variables in this. We are giving the temp variable here, and giving it the value from the analog A0 pin. So first we are giving the connection of LM35's output to the A0 pin. So the A0 pin receives the temperature sensor value. Because of analog read means the LM35 is an analog sensor which will give analog output only. It will read the physical value and give the analog output. So for that we are using analog read and mentioning the pin A0. After that it will the temperature the temp value will variable will receive the value from the A0, and after received we have to process the voltage into digital format. So for that we are using ADC in our microcontroller. The ADC is a 10-bit ADC which contains 1024 value. 1024 value means from the from the input voltage it will varies the temperature from up to 1024, so it will divide it in 1024. This is the formula for the conversion, which will convert the analog value of the temperature into digital format, because all we using the display technology all we using today is digital, mostly a digital electronic device. So we only want to convert it from analog to digital. So we are using this formula, temp into 500 divided by 1024. This is the formula, and after conversion it will this entire value will be stored in the temp variable. And after that in the serial monitor we are printing in a new line temp. If there is any conditional statement, if temperature is greater than the 30 value, means the 13th pin will be, so we are declared the 13th pin will be an output. So we are writing the 13th pin in Arduino. There are only 6 analog pins and 14 digital pins. So we are the 6 analog pins means starting from 0 to 5, and 14 analog pins means 0 to 13. So we are selecting the last pin as output pin. Here we are using in the digital side. For that it represents digital word, and you are seeing output. So for that it will represent right. So far it will show as digital right, and 13 means that we are using 13th pin as high means high pulse, which will give one value. Else if the temperature value is not greater than 30, means it will the digital output will be low pulse means 0. All this process ends in a delay time of 1 second. After this 1 second the entire process will be repeated continuously. So for now we are verifying our code, compiling our entire program. If it is correct, you can see done compiling message here. See, we have seen done compiling message here, because because our program is syntactically correct. So for that we have seen a successful program compiling. After that you have to drag the screen bar here, and you have to take the extract the X file from this compiler. So for that slowly drag the mouse or a trackpad from that from here to here, and copy the entire path and close this window. Open Proteus. If you want to select this components, means you can go to this P icon and type the Arduino Uno board or anything you want. I just used here an Arduino Simulino Uno board and resistor and LED, a ground and virtual terminal, LM35 sensor, which is an analog sensor, and I powered it up with a 5 volt input and grounded up with the ground. So I am giving its output pin to the A0 pin. This values will be received and processed here, and it will give the output to the 13th pin, and the output will be passed through this values will be passed through this resistor, which have 320 ohms, and the LED will be turned on because of high frequency, and the transmitted value will be go to the virtual terminal, and it will show the value which will appear here, and it will also transmit the signals which the message is delivered in the virtual monitor to the microcontroller, and the entire process will be repeated in the same way. Now we are going to see the simulation. Before that we have to load the X file. which we have the program file 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 space. Here we have to give control V. You have to paste the entire path here and press the OK icon, and now execute the entire process what we did so far. Now we are executing the entire process. See, we can see the virtual terminal here. We can see more clearly. It is showing some value. So here we are completed the interfacing of temperature sensor with the Arduino Uno Simulino board. Thank you.